found this mod for Kenshi called Tame Beasties. With this mod, it allows you to capture animals and tame them. I thought it might make for a cool series, but I definitely had to put some rules in place. My first set of rules were fairly strict. The main character would be the Pokemon trainer, and he would be responsible for healing the Pokemon. He would not be able to participate in combat, and only his Pokemon could fight. This rule proved to be too harsh, as every Pokemon I encountered in the wild was stronger than mine. This is Kenshi after all, a very harsh and brutal world, and to be a Pokemon trainer in Kenshi, Ash was gonna have to get his hands dirty. Oh, this one's pretty bad. It's got only 2 attack. No. No, hit me. Oh. No. Back off. No, I'm misclicking. Oh, we got it. Oh, let's go. Unfortunately, we did have to skin this Houndour alive for its meat, as our hunger bar was getting very low, and for its teeth and hides so we could sell them to afford some more food. And I may have seemed a bit overexcited, but this was an hour and 15 minutes into the stream, and by now I had gotten nothing accomplished. So to me, this was a pretty big deal. I went on to stream for nearly 8 more hours and decided to scrap all of the footage because I realized the next rule needed to be in place. Pokemon that I engaged need to be at 100% HP. In the games for about 99% of encounters, you never run into wounded Pokemon. Another rule I decided to put in place is no looting off the ground or from chests. In Pokemon games, you can loot off the ground, but in Kenshi, there's really overpowered stuff you can get really early on. And if I looted all these materials from this abandoned farm, for example, it would make the game way too easy. We found another herd of wild bone dogs, and this one only had 1 in all stats and 81 HP. There we go, we got the jump that time. That was good. We 2-shot it. We skinned this one as well, as we needed the hides, the teeth, and the meat. And with the last of our bandage charge, we were able to finish up bandaging Ash and Poochyena. Being that we were completely out of bandage charges, we could not fight anymore. We headed southeast towards the Pokemart to sell off some goods and potentially buy some potions. After selling off all of our goods, we were at a whopping 731 C. At this point, we could easily afford many bandages, although they only had 1 for sale. We picked up a bandage and headed to the marshes south to try our luck with the River Raptors. We got a River Raptor with around 5 stats, but these are actually fairly easy compared to the Bone Dogs. They don't attack as fast, and I guess their head is really big because we were able to focus in the head and take it out really easily. River Raptors have a skin as well as 4 foul meat and 4 raw meat, and Pokemon can eat the foul meat while we can just cook up the raw meat. So I think farming River Raptors for basic materials is probably better than farming Bone Dogs early on. We ran into Professor Oak, who gave us a ration pack. This provides us a lot of food and would really help with our survivability in the wild. We engaged another horde of Poizukis, and we pulled out the strongest one from the bunch. This one had 6 in all stats and 83 HP, and if we could take this one down, we were going to attempt to capture it. Through clever micro, we were able to take it out without getting hit once. Again, using elite micro skills that even the Elite Four would be proud of. We took out the next Poizuki without taking a single hit, and with that, Ash and Poochyena were headed off to Viridian City. There we sold off the hides and the ration pack Professor Oak had given us, as we had plenty of food for now. We then headed into Viridian's blacksmith to try to get a weapon upgrade for Ash. He didn't have a whole lot of money, but anything was better than the iron stick he was using. There we found a fairly nice upgrade, but we were a little bit low on money, so Ash sold off his weapon and his pants, as walking around pantless was one of the many sacrifices Ash knew he was going to have to make to become the greatest there ever was. Ash Ash's embarrassment only seemed to fuel his determination even further, as he entered the Poké Center and waited for the nurses to heal his new Poison-Ki up to full before heading out on his journey. On his way back down to the marshes, Ash made a startling discovery. Pewter City's gym leader Brock was strolling about with his army of Geodudes. Ash decided he was going to kite the army of Geodudes away from Brock, and this would allow Poochyena and Poison-Ki to 2v1 Brock. After seeing their leader get knocked out, the army of Geodudes made a break for it, and Brock never saw nor heard from them again. Brock's leg was completely mangled to the point where he couldn't walk, and so he offered to join us as long as we paid for medical treatment so he could get his leg back in order. Unfortunately, we were completely broke, so we had to take Brock out and farm some Raptors in his crippled state.
Fight through the pain!
They headed back into town, sold off all the skins, and the crew got some much needed rest and relaxation. After sleeping nearly a full day, Brock's leg was healed up and they were ready to go. In the last fight, Ash had an extremely close call and almost suffered permanent damage to his lower area, as Poison-Kis are known for their Weedle hunting abilities. He knew the best option was to cover up, but how? He barely had any money. Sensing how desperate Ash was, the shopkeep went to the back and procured a pair of black shorts. 20C, the shopkeep exclaimed, almost in a whisper, their value being so low, no doubt due to the color black's association with the notorious gang, Team Rocket. Ash knew wearing these around Kanto could bring him some unwanted attention, but he needed to ensure there could be future Ketchums one day, so he picked them up. Low on money and supplies, the squad headed back down to the marshes to farm some more. There they encountered a small herd of Poison-Ki, being that the squad was now up to 4 members. Ash was able to distract, while the other 3 picked off the Poison-Kis one by one. A herd of Tauros. Taking one of these on would be a big step up from anything he's fought up till now. Tossing a rock at the one in the back, just like he had learned from the Safari Zone, Ash may have bit off a bit more than he could chew. He hit the strongest one out of the bunch, a level 15 Tauros. From his studies, Ash knew a wild Tauros, even on its own, was a complete wrecking ball, as it was capable of skewering multiple people with its frontal cleave attack. Because of this, Ash decided it was better to split up and try to get a multi-pronged attack on the Tauros. Having a Tauros nearly doubled their party strength, as not only was it extremely tanky, it could hit multiple foes with its powerful cleave. To see exactly what he was working with, Ash engaged a horde of Poison-Kis and let the Tauros run wild. Ash realized he may have pushed the Tauros a bit too far, but with a little bandaging, he was back on his feet in no time. After taking out 9 Poizuki, they had a lot of skins to sell and tons of extra meat, so Ash picked Poizuki up a backpack. Though the backpack did hinder Poizuki's combat abilities ever so slightly, the material was made of a fine silk that boosted his speed so he could keep up with the group. And with that, they took the night off to rest underneath the beautiful starry sky, eager to see what wonders tomorrow would bring. If you guys want to see an episode 2, then leave a like. If it does get enough likes, then I will do another episode, but it will be a week at best, probably more, as I've got a few other projects I want to work on. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.